All right, how you doing today? Last lesson, we learned how to write, custom file structure into a file. Today we'll be learning how to read custom file structure. So how is it different? How is writing different from reading? Well, writing is you are inputting the data. I mean, you are actually writing, creating the data, and getting it into the text file. But here we are taking this text file that someone else has created, or maybe we have created ourselves, and we want to open the file and show it on our screen. How do we do that? And it's basically 5 lines of code, but I'll be leading you guys from the start. Okay, actually, what we can do is um, you know what? Take the coding from last lesson, like this, exactly as it is, and get rid of these lines and keep those. But yeah, and we will be making changes with what we have here. The first thing we change is changing OF stream to IF stream. Basically, what you have to know, OF stream is used when you want to output data, and IF stream is used when you want to input data. O for output, I for input. Pretty easy to remember. And then we open the same player's text file using the same object. We have, saved the three variables we have created earlier. But instead of entering the file, now we want the computer to read the file. So we do that by while rob object is reading in these files. So the name, the age, and the work. The next thing you want to do is printing it out on the screen. And that's pretty easy to do. The name, the age, and the work. And that looks pretty good. Oh, except for that operator. Maybe I did something wrong while. Hold on a sec. Let me go back. Hold on a sec. Oh, right. Yeah. Remember how we said to input stuff into a computer? We have to use this arrow instead of the arrow going that way. When input, the arrow is going right, and I just forgot to do that because I was, too familiar with the arrows going that way. But remember, this step is the step of rob object inputting these three variables into our computer, into our program. And now when we run the program, everything should look fine. Okay, now we have taken all the data from that file we have created earlier and put it into our program here. But it doesn't look too good because I didn't separate each information with spacebar. And I just have to do that pretty easy with this, as you have seen last lesson. And one here. And now we should have a fully structured list of the name, their age, and the school or work they go to. So last lesson, remember writing custom structure files. We use OF stream. We use output. We let the user um, input the information. When we print it out, it's output. In this case, hold on a second. We let the user input. Yeah, that's right. That's right. But in this case, we are inputting these values into our computer. So instead of the user inputting, this time we are um, we sorry we are letting the computer reading the file and inputting those into our program. So if I just copy and paste the program from earlier and compare the difference, well, you can tell where there is different and where there is same. Okay. So this outputting information into a file, OF stream. When you want to read something, inputting the information into your program, it's IF stream. So think of outputting and inputting as outputting from your program and inputting something to your program. So it's always from your program or to something else that's outputting. But when it's inputting, you're not inputting something from your program to something else. You're actually inputting something from somewhere else into your program. Okay, that was pretty um, stressful. You know, took such a long time to explain a simple thing, and there we go. And that's our program. That's what we had in our file. And you can use this to, open a file without opening your notebook. And so get your friends jealous.